Hi guys, it's Destiny. So I'm here to talk about these are just things that I be thinking about, by the way, just off the top of my head. So I'm seeing a lot of people talk about healing journeys and stuff like that, and just healing in general and how everybody needs to heal, and I do agree with that. But sometimes when you see stuff on social media, or you see stuff like people telling you to heal or telling you how to be, how to act, and how you shouldn't be acting like this or how you shouldn't be acting like that, it kind of makes you feel invalidated in your journey. It makes you feel like, okay, well, I'm not doing this yet, so does this mean that I'm not as healed, or does this mean that I'm not as far as them, or does this mean that I'm just not as far along as them? It makes you question your level of growth and healing. And number one, I want to say that everybody's healing journey is completely different, because everybody goes through different things that makes them want to heal. So you can't compare your healing journey to anybody else, because nobody's going to have the same healing journey. That's number one. Number two is that, yes, there are ways that everybody can heal, but what may work for somebody else may not work for you. No, you don't have to read certain books to be healed. No, you don't have to listen to certain podcasts to be healed. No, you don't have to do what everybody does to be healed, because like I just said, everybody's journey is different. One thing I can agree with that probably everybody should do when it comes to healing is journaling, or even talking about what happened with you. That can help you to get over certain obstacles in your healing journey, because some people do feel stagnant in their healing because they're not doing certain things. Me personally, what I did was journal. I journaled, I exercised. I just took everything one day at a time to really focus on it, because if you try to do everything at once, it's gonna feel overwhelming, and it's gonna feel like long. It's gonna feel harder. It's gonna feel more drawn out. So what you should do is just take it one day at a time and try and just focus on one focal point of your healing at a time. So for example, if you have daddy issues, you should just focus on daddy issues for a couple of months, or you know what I mean? Focus on one thing at a time, because if you try to focus on a lot of things, then it's gonna feel like a lot. Not to say it isn't hard, because it is difficult to, like I said, try and grieve that old version of yourself. But if you really want to do it, and if you really put your mind to it, and if you just take it one day at a time, then you will get to where you need to be. I feel like a lot of times people try to make it seem I know a lot of people do say, that healing is hard, but people do try to make it seem healing is just quick, or you need to heal. Healing is a process. Healing takes a long time. It could take months. It could take years. It could take a long time to heal, because there's still stuff going on every single day in your life. So don't feel bad because you're not doing what somebody else is doing. Don't feel bad because you're not following healing trends or whatever the case may be. Just do it the best way that you can do it. Do what works for you. Do what helps you the most. And if you do need help, you can always research ways to get into that. But a lot of people say therapy. Therapy does not work for everybody. And unpopular opinion, therapy does not work for everybody, because you'll go to a therapist. Me, for example, I went to 3-4 therapists. None of them have been able to help me on the level that I need to be helped on, because I already know my issues, I already know my problem. They tell me I'm too self-aware. They tell me, oh, I already know, so why am I here? And I know this is an experience for a lot of people. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad about it, because it's not for everybody. And no, I'm not saying it in a toxic sense. I'm saying it in, maybe you're just too self-aware to do that. And maybe it could help, but I'll say in my experience, I felt discouraged when I went and they were just like, oh, can't help you because you already know. Waste of time, waste of money. Like, so if you feel like you know your issues and stuff, you should probably try to dive into it yourself, delve into it yourself, or try something somatic. You can get somatic massages, those help. Trying somatic yoga, somatic exercises, all that stuff helps, because a lot of times when it comes to people like that, the trauma that they have is stored in their bodies. So you have to like move your body to get it out, move your body a certain way to get it out, to get the trauma that you're experiencing out. So like, that's all, y'all. That's all.